Hey, so today I'm going to talk about my very favorite event in Wichita Falls and one of my favorite holidays. So stay tuned because we're getting started right now. So welcome back, y'all. I'm Debbie Dobbins. I'm a real estate entrepreneur, which means I invest. I am a realtor, I'm a mortgage person, all of that. But the thing that I love the most is being what I call the community ambassador for Wichita Falls. Because at the end of the day, if you've spent any time on this channel, you know I love Wichita Falls. Born and bred Southern California girl, moved to North Texas, little tiny town, and love it. And the thing that I love the most is that we are so packed with events during the holidays. It's unbelievable. And if you want to stay up to the minute on some of those events, we have what's called Fun in the Falls. There's a link right here that you can sign up and you can get that event list in your inbox every Thursday. But the thing that's coming up right now in 2 days, and I'm hoping this is going to get edited in time, is Dias de las Muertes. Okay, I probably butchered that. My Spanish is only good when I'm in Mexico. But it's basically the Day of the Dead. El Día de los Muertes. And it is a Mexican holiday where families welcome back the souls of their deceased relatives for just a brief reunion. You know, if you've ever seen that Pixar movie, Coco, I love that movie because I love Dias de las Muertes. It is just such a fabulous celebration of those that have been with us on this plane of existence and have passed on. I'm getting teary thinking about it because, you know, it's right around the Halloween time and there's great celebrations with pumpkins and dressing up as witches and kids getting, you know, pumpkins carved and all of that great stuff. But for me, this time represents a celebration of life. We don't celebrate those that have passed on enough, in my opinion. Because depending on what your belief is, mine is that we never disappear from our experience. We're always somewhere in the ethers. This brief reunion, this celebration is so magical. So if you've never been, it's on the 29th. It's coming up and there's some pictures that are showing behind me right now and some videos of the celebratory procession. But what's so magical is that you create in this celebration an altar for that loved one. And it includes their pictures and family pictures and their favorite foods and their favorite drinks. It is, to me, one of the best, most magical experiences in this life experience because we're not separating life from death. It's all together at this moment. And if you really want to understand a little bit more from a Pixar perspective, go check out Coco because it's a really fun movie. But we're focusing on this celebration and, you know, a lot of people don't. And so a lot of people don't know where this history came from. And I wanted to share a little bit of that because I love the celebration of the South American cultures and history. So Dias de las Muertes is a blend of Mesoamerican ritual, European religion, and Spanish culture. So you can't get much more blended than that. Talking about a hybrid. The holiday is celebrated each year from October 31st to November 2nd. While definitely we're celebrating ours on the 29th because it is a Saturday, so just know that. While October 31st is Halloween, November 2 is All Soul Days of the Day of the Dead. So according to the tradition, so I just want you to really grasp too with the pictures that are on in the background because I love this celebration. Everyone dresses up. I should have dressed up for this video, but I don't have all the garb and frankly I didn't want to take it off during today. But according to the tradition, the gates of heaven are opened up at midnight on October 31st. The spirits of children rejoin their families for 24 hours. As I said, check out Coco because it really puts it in a very movie magical experience. So the roots of this day of celebration, of this Day of the Dead, are celebrated in contemporary Mexico and among those of Mexican heritage in the United States. Well, it's just not just the Mexican heritage any longer. You go to this celebration downtown and there's a link to their website here. It is so fabulous because so many in the community participate in this celebration as well. So they set aside this space downtown where all the altars are set, when they have the procession. There's food and drink, obviously, and vendors and all kinds of fun stuff. But the fact is everybody's dressed up. They've got their white face with their black stripes on it. It's just, I can't even tell you how much I love this holiday. But it is celebrated around the world, and it goes back some 3,000 years to the ricituals that honored the dead in pre-Columbian Mesoamerica. The Aztecs, who are another one of my favorite people, there's so much history and heritage in the world that I feel attracted and drawn to. But the Nahua people living in what is now central Mexico held a cyclical view of the universe. And they saw death as an integral, ever-present part of life. Which, if you think about it, how beautiful is that? Death is not something that happens to you and then it's done. It's part of this life experience that we have, and that's why I love this celebration so much. So what they believe is that upon dying, a person is believed to travel to, I'm going to mess this up, Chiquinamatakatlar. I know I messed that up completely, but it's basically the land of the dead. And only after getting through 9 challenging levels, it feels like Dungeons and Dragons a little bit, and a journey of several years, could the person's soul finally reach Mictlan, the final resting place. And Nahua rituals honoring the dead, traditionally held in August, family members would provide food, water, and tools to aid the deceased in this difficult journey. So basically, it's just, no matter what you believe, it just feels to me special that we can have a connection with those that have passed on. Because I don't know about you, but everyone that's important in my life that has passed on, I feel like I speak to them, I touch them, they're here with me, and I really truly trust that that is actually what's happening. But this idea inspired the contemporary Day of the Dead practice. This is what they do, is they leave food or other offerings on their loved ones' graves. Well, in our case, in the celebration, we create an altar so that you celebrate them. And as I said, if you've never been, just to look at the altars to me is just so special and moving. So there's lots of people that participate in this celebration in the community. As I said, hospice always has a contribution. Owens and Brumley, one of the funeral homes, donates so much of their time, energy, and effort. There's volunteers from all over the community, and it is just something that if you really want to feel connected, and I'm not taking away from anyone's spirituality, what I'm saying is that sometimes just a celebration, an acknowledgement of those loved ones that have passed on in your life, to remember them, to celebrate them, to honor them, to hold them as if they were right here, right now, for this 24-hour period, feels like you're in that movie Coco. So if you want to know more about Dias de los Muertos here in Wichita Falls, the link to the Facebook page for them is here. As I said, the little clips that you've seen here, the pictures, are just a smattering, just a smidgen of what you can experience at Dias de los Muertos on the 29th, which is just moments away from now. Yes, there is an entry fee. Don't worry about it. It's very minimal, and you will be so happy that you went and explored something that you may have not known about, may have not experienced before, and more importantly, if you've been before, share with a friend, bring a friend, and enjoy. As I always say, y'all will come back now, you hear?